Welcome to Galaxia Groundings, brought to you by PureEsperanza. PureEsperanza is a nonprofit organization dedicated to consciousness and well-being. I'm Esperanza Smith, founder of PureEsperanza, and today we are going to have this beautiful celebration. We thank you all for being here and participating in celebrating Earth Day and honoring this day where we collectively gather our intentions for Mother Earth. And I'll begin today, this experience, by opening a sacred circle. And I invite you all to join in whatever ways you are familiar with and feel comfortable with. In that, we begin. Call in the 4 directions. To the south. To the south, we call in all that allows us to know how to shed all things of the past, all things that no longer serve us, and to always walk in beauty. To the west. That we walk fearlessly with certainty for all things yet to come. To the north. To all the wisdom keepers of the north, our grandmothers and our grandfathers that know and teach us how to enter stillness, how to be in perfect harmony, and to know all the sweet joy that it is to be in life. And to the east. That we are guided with eagle vision to know the power of our ability to fly wingtip to wingtip with spirit and to be the creators of our destiny. To sweet Mother Earth, Pachamama. All the gifts that she brings us, the life that we are, that we too be these healing gifts that nourish, nurture, heal, feed, guide us, and care for us. To be the wisdom keepers, to be the earth keepers and the stewards of this land, our home. And that we call upon the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether, all the mineral kingdoms, all the stones, the crystals, the metals, all the plant kingdoms, all the trees, the field councils, the mycelium, the fungi, and the great shower beings, all the animal kingdoms, all our power-coded animals, our animal guides, the lingers, all whom are connected to now and forever. Father Sky. Great-grandmother Sun, great-grandmother Moon, all the luminous ones, the celestial beings, the star nations, the ascended masters, all the sacred mountains that we're connected to protect us, to illuminate us, to guide us all, to plant together as one, in harmony and peace. Aho, and so it is done. I ask you all and invite you to place your hands at your heart and to draw your hands up and around you like a great orb or globe or shield of light. And once you've done that, to bring your hands back to your heart in this sacred space that we're sharing together, and to unfold all of planet Earth, all the circles we're connected to, now and forever. Aho. We offer this event for honoring our dear Mother Earth, the divine feminine wisdom and energy that's supporting our planetary shifts at this time and balancing the divine masculine. We gather all our energies, honoring one another in global community and unity consciousness. And we invite you to these infinite possibilities to create and collaborate with one another in wondrous new ways. We invite you also to share in the chat during this event and to comment, leave your feedback, and any questions that you might have. We'll get back to that a little bit later. And to keep this all in the heart space, we want to move from one experience to the next in a seamless way. You might want to adjust your sound, turn up your volume for this next sharing, because it might have some lower tones or frequencies that might be a little bit harder to hear. They're a little quieter. And so now we ask you just to sit back, relax, and enjoy this experience. Next up is Annie.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Annie Jameson, and I'm in New Zealand. And I would like to, just for a few minutes, share with you a beautiful, spontaneous recording done on Easter Sunday. Just going to share my screen. This is the light, the sunlight through the mandala. And this is rose quartz, Mary Magdalene bowl, and the Christ bowl. Welcome to my space. My passion is bringing these higher frequencies to the planet, to humanity. This particular recording was inspired on Easter Sunday. I was sitting in the light of my mandala, and some friends had invited me to
We can't hear you, Annie.
The sound is gone.
You need to unmute, Annie.
Sorry, I'm here.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah.
So I was inspired on Easter Sunday to bring these particular bowls together. I was sitting in the light of that mandala with the sun on the back of my head, and friends of mine had invited me to send healing to a particular mountain, Parongia in New Zealand, and down to Antarctica. And these bowls, because it was Easter Sunday, they just came together in my mind and I could just see what to do. And so the particular frequencies of those bowls is the first bowl is rose quartz, which of course is the unconditional love of the heart. And it is that note that works in the heart center, opening the heart. The pink bowl is the gold ray presenting as the pink ray. And that intention was the Magdalene energy. And that works in the medulla oblongata at the top of the spine. And the white gold represented the Christ consciousness. And so when I play particular bowls with particular alchemies, they are weaving the sacred sound. So it's not just a note, it is an intention. Intention plus frequency equals healing, which was coined by Jonathan Goldman. So with quartz, all of my bowls are pure quartz, as you can see in the background, and they've all been infused with other precious metals, minerals, or gemstones. And what happens is that quartz is a magnifier, amplifier of absolutely everything. So it's magnifying whatever else is with it. So you're magnifying the rose quartz, you're magnifying the unconditional love, you're magnifying the peace. And so when these bowls are played together, you're literally weaving through not just your physical body, not just through your chakras, you're weaving through the etheric body everywhere. The color is working on you, the vibration, the intention. And because we're 70% water, we receive these energies fully into our bodies. We also have crystalline structure in our brain, and we respond really well. So you can listen to the sounds with no intention. People can listen to the music with no intention, but how much better it is when you lift the energy by just amplifying what do we want, and we put it in an I am positive, I am peaceful, and that the planet is peaceful, the planet is saturated with the higher consciousness. Those particular bowls that work on the medulla oblongata, it has many names. It's the mouth of God, the well of dreams. And when we open that chakra, which has been laying quiet for many years of humanity, it's now opening up, and the people are willing to open that up. Then we receive the instructions from the one consciousness. And that's how we work. We bring that through, and then we can serve humanity in the highest way. So that is my intention, and that is my love through my work and all my music. So you can have that frequency playing, which lifts literally the vibration of everything. And so now I am going to pass you on to Christine.
Thank you, Annie. That was so beautiful. Just beautiful. I could still feel it. All right, so I am hopefully going to share my screen and see how this works. Let's see. Excuse me. What can you all see? I'm not being able to see you guys right now, so.
Yeah, nothing on your shared screen yet.
Nothing on shared screen? I wonder if I have shared screen. Hold on. Okay, 1 second. I'm there.
Okay.
Operator error.
There you go.
Can you see highlighting the work?
Yes.
Okay, yay. Okay. All right, so thank you so much for coming to celebrate with us. And my name is Christine Freeland, and I am coming to you from the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia in the United States. And I want to share with you and build on what Annie did a little bit. We have done an experiment together, a collaboration, looking at sound and in the, I guess, with water, basically. So, one second. So I want to take you on a brief journey, and using the powerful work of Annie Jameson and the incredible work of Veda Austin. I don't know if any of you are familiar with her. She believes that water is God or spirit consciousness, and she's been photographing and translating frozen images in water. And the science is called, she's basically created the science called crystallography. And she's also created a dictionary of meaning for repeated messages that she's seen in crystallography. And these are called hydroglyphs. And in order to fall into that category, these images have to be able to be repeated over 50 times. So it is my intention to show you how the element of water is much more than many of us realize. Just briefly, her process, Veda Austin's process, is taking a petri dish of water, exposing it to an image or music or written word, and then freezing it for about 5 minutes, taking it out and shining it to the light and taking an image with your iPhone. It's incredibly simple. And she has detailed information if anyone's interested in how to do that. You will see that information shared with you. So the next thing that I'm going to do is explain, because what happened is Annie and I used this recording that you just heard, and I exposed those frequencies to water, and I froze them using Veda Austin's crystallography method. And the results were much more than I could have ever expected. I was so surprised. I still am surprised. So I'm going to share this with you. So here's an image in the frozen water, and these are the hydroglyphs. The one I have circled to the left is a message glyph. Then right beside it, there's this like 4-pointed area with something in the center, and that is a hydroglyph for crossroads or choices. And then this beautiful fern-like image with a long trailing arm, I would say, from the image, is a hydroglyph for rising up and making a stand. And the spiky ones on the right here that you see are stress, defensive, or protective. That's what those hydroglyphs mean. The next one is this cross-hatching, and this is a matrix or Maya, the web of life. And the next one here is this little like kidney bean shaped thing that appeared, is a hydroglyph for money, abundance, wealth. And looking a little closer, there's the hatch again for Maya and the web of life. So to me, if money is aligned with your spirit and the greater good, things will spiral back to you so that you can do more good to create abundance for all. And the next image here is again a message glyph. And you'll see to the left of it, there are these, they look like staircases, and they mean climbing up or ascending. And this one I love is so busy. It's an ecosystem full of imagery. It has mountains to the left. They look like mountains to me, or pyramids. There's feathery fronds and fern images all throughout. These that look like, trees in the winter are change glyphs, hydroglyphs for change. And then up top is another ladder. To me, that really looks like a bridge. So bridging our worlds, bridging ourselves into higher consciousness, maybe. This next glyph it's a little bit hard to see, but it is a cross with a bar that joins the two sections, just like the image that I show you on the left here, which came from Veda Austin's research. And this means pre-Christ and pre-Easter. And the next is, to me, these really, I don't know about you, but these look like wings or feathers to me. And then this one on the right is a creation hydroglyph. So when it looks like this, it's like creation is bubbling up. And then this is the last slide. So this circle is completion. That's what the hydroglyph for completion looks like. So I'm going to put all these together and look at these words that have come up. Rising up, choices, crossroads. This is a message we're getting. Creation. So water has been with us for a long time, and we are at a choice, crossroads. We in the world are under stress, and there's a lot of defensiveness and a call for change. So rising up, ascending, connecting with creation and the web of life. And through this abundance and wealth will follow in life. I think this is the message. And I'll let you guys make your own mind up about that. So just final, I just want to ask a couple questions. So where does our intelligence come from? Are we part of the sea of intelligence in the field of pure consciousness carried in the waters? And what would happen when we connect to deeper meaning through harmony and balance, the sacredness to the sacredness of water? So that's it. And I thank you so much for your time. And this information will be shared out for anyone that's curious, and feel free to contact me if you have any more questions. And I am now going to introduce the amazing Kubra.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you so much. And I will share my screen. If you can pass me. Yes. Okay, awesome. It was a wonderful presentation. Thank you. It was so insightful to listen to all this. Just before my speech, I am so prepared now. Okay, hello everyone. This is Kubra. Originally, I joined from Belgium, but I live in Belgium. But today I'm in Strasbourg, so I think this also has a meaning. And well, today I'm gonna share with you a short presentation. If someone can pass me the host
Yes.
flag, please. I don't know who has it, but thank you. I'm glad. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. And here we are. Okay, normally I'm not a person that makes presentations like that, but I am so excited for today, so I wanted to do whatever I can to be in this space. Is wonderful. I hope you will share our feelings afterwards. Well, I would like to share a couple of things regarding silence, death, and rebirth cycle, because not just the earth has its own cycles, I mean seasons, but we also have it. And in ancient civilizations, in ancient cultures, they knew the importance of alignment with the cycles, such as Celts, such as shamans, and you heard the Celtic Wheel of Time, maybe. So the unison is, wow, okay. I just need to, okay, well, now I can. What is the unison? I would like to give a couple of information, first of all. Well, the unison is a way that we release our emotional baggage without our nervous system or our memories interfere to process. And why? Because in many philosophies, you heard that it is important to, wait a second, it is important to get the unity consciousness. And the unity consciousness from east to west, south to north, you can find the traces of it in everywhere. And unison tells us that just by becoming one, becoming whole with other people or beings or non-beings, we cannot have it all. And wait, I'm sorry that I hear some noise. Is it coming from me or someone is asking question? But I will answer if there's any questions afterwards. Anyways, unison tells us that we need to become one with our other selves that is experiencing itself in other timelines. So how do we know that? How do we know that we are in touch with different versions of ourselves? Well, basically, unison teaches us that if you are in touch with another version of yourself, you have power to channel the emotion from that other self. And by doing that, you create patterns in this lifetime. So if you ever ask yourself that, am I having this experience again and again, but I don't know why am I having that? This might be your answer, because we are gonna have a brief experience. And the silence, death, and rebirth process is about the primordial pouch. You will see the painting soon during the experience. But if you need to release some emotions regarding to this cycle, you might face with restlessness, psychic hysteria, not being able to move forward in life, or neglecting yourself, feeling like a victim, or depression. This kind of things tells us that you have to remove some obstacles in silence, death, or rebirth parts of this cycle. And now, for a couple of minutes, I want you to not close your eyes, but I want you to focus on the screen that I'm going to share soon. And just try to do nothing. You don't have to do or think or focus on anything. Just stare at the screen if you like. If you don't even have to. And let's see what will come out. Okay, thank you all for being present here. My question to you is, what did you see or feel when you tuned into the painting?
Kubra?
And yes.
No, go right ahead.
Okay.
I was going to say, before we all start to share, maybe we can save the sharing part, put it in the chat.
Yeah. Not he. I'm not gonna do it. But if I heard you correctly, the time is up. You say?
No, I was just.
Okay. Okay, I got you. So whatever you see and felt during your tuning process, please type it into chat, and you can keep practicing with this painting and with the music, because it is going to help you to release the obstacles that is causing to judge yourself and to not accept yourself. So it is like you are here because you need to become one. You first with your different versions, with your different consciousness levels, so that you can become one with the others on this beautiful Earth Day. As we are talking about the unity consciousness, I wanted to come to you with this painting and with this technique, because this is a channel painting, and it is not me. I did the painting, but it's not only me or the psychic people who are channeling information. Everyone channels information, yet we don't know that for sure until someone tells us, because if you know that you're channeling, you're already a psychic or spiritual person. But if you don't know that you're channeling, you just channel information and you wear a victim's shoes, then you think that, oh, this is happening because I am like this, I am like that, and you start finding the blame on yourself. And I hope this painting and the unison will give you a different perception on that subject, because our perception is shaping our life, how we feel about things. And so thank you so much for being here and sharing this space, and much love.
And if you can stop sharing, Kubra, so I'll give permissions to the next. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry. And I think after me, dear Elizabeth Terry is going to be on the screen. So I'm passing the flag. So.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Kubra, Christine, Annie, for all of your sharing. Every time I hear different people coming at this from different angles, I just say, we are really all one. We have different perspectives, but we're coming back to really the same thing. And so I think I do now have sharing. Yes, I do. So there we go. Right, here we are. Sec. Yeah. So I'm really delighted to be here sharing with you this morning, this afternoon, wherever in the world you are. I am Elizabeth Terry, streaming from Kingston, Jamaica. Warm, sunny Jamaica, hence how I'm dressed. So, Earth Day and what this means to us, it means that, we have to, as custodians of the Earth, it behooves us to elevate our thinking, elevate our energies and our consciousness, so that we can be good custodians of that which Mother Gaia has given to us. Now, the majority of us are feeling pretty stressed, or have been at least for the last 4 years or so. The challenges of the times we're living in, because essentially our thinking and our mindset is based in that old programming of trying to change our external circumstances instead of our responses to it. So as a trainer of neurolinguistic programming, NLP for short, and positive intelligence coach, what I bring to the table for you, along with my metaphysical approach to spirituality, are really methods to help you to deprogram those very automatic ways of thinking, feeling, speaking, behaving, because when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Kubra mentioned that, her perspective, and perspective is all different for us. So I'd like to, just my PowerPoint here, 1 sec. You are seeing my PowerPoint, are you?
Yes.
Okay, hang on a second. Bring it up for me. All right. Good. So I put Mother Earth in the middle of this to begin my explanation. So we have, as I said, become accustomed to some old programming. And that old programming is deeply rooted in centuries of what I call the masculine energy, fight, maybe some aggression. Not all of it bad, of course, because focused goals, targets, logical thinking, highly focused and, thinking that enables us to come up with solutions to some of our pressing problems. Very logical and practical minded. And this has served us pretty well up to a certain point. But I think there is now the time for us to really come to a different way of thinking, because this programming has become our default programming, and as such has locked us into what I call saboteur thinking. And this part of speech and way of explaining really comes from positive intelligence. So saboteur thinking and programming is really overuse of what we call the data channel, overuse of the logical thinking, so that the mind is sort of going at warp speed and tends to be all about survival, right? So instinctively, we are still in the dark ages, so to speak, because many of us, if you think of COVID and what happened, some of us went into freeze, some of us went into, fight response, and some of us were just very deeply anxious. So this is our survival mechanism and what we call our saboteur programming, which is really about helping us to survive, not necessarily to thrive. Here we have a different way of thinking, a different mindset, and this is the rise of the feminine. And I think some of the previous speakers spoke about, the need to balance. And so we are now at a crossroads of really helping to ascend and to magnify the feminine aspect of these frequencies, the relationships, the love, the creativity, the imagination, empathy. These kinds of qualities are what we need as individuals to be custodians or better custodians of Mother Earth, and also to be able to relate more appropriately, more beneficially one to another. This we call a different sort of thinking. So in order to be able to move into that more sage thinking and replace our default programming, we need to build new neural connections. We have trillions of neural connection possibilities in our brain, but our programming has locked us as sort of, fired and wired together certain circuits, which become our default, which become our unconscious habits. And in order to be able to access our sage, then we have to create new neural networks. And one of the ways that we do this is by, first of all, realizing that we have to change internal, not the external environment. As a teacher of mine once said, if you don't like the way your hair looks, you don't comb the mirror, right? So we have to begin to think internal. We call this, from a positive intelligence point of view, mental fitness. So what is mental fitness? Well, it's really about being able to respond to life's challenges with a positive rather than a negative mindset. And when we do that, we are able to bring about peak performance for ourselves, improve our peace of mind or level of well-being and wellness, and produce healthier relationships. So in mental fitness, we learn how to grow 3 core mental muscles in order to thrive in challenging times. Research has shown that it's really just 3 core muscles that we need to strengthen. So think of it like going to the gym and pressing weights and dumbbells. And this is what we really need to be able to do with our mental muscles so that we can build new programs. So when we do that, sorry, there seems to be a repeat slide. Yes. When we do that, we develop our 3 core muscles. One is called our saboteur interceptor. The second is called the sage. And the third is our self-command muscle, which is our ability to shift between the two. So I want to share with you today. Now, obviously, I can't go into the details of the program here because we only have a limited time. But I wanted to give you a visceral experience of what of positive intelligence, PQ for short, rep, which is a type of mindfulness, can actually do for you. And this is the way that we help to develop the new programming by being able to shift. So if you'd like to just join with me for 2 minutes, I just ask you to sit. Obviously, I hope you're not driving at this time. If you are, then please don't do this exercise. But I just ask you to sit and make sure your feet are firmly on the floor and your back is straight. And I think it always helps to close your eyes just in order to, get that inward focus and block out distractions. So just take a deep centering breath with me, if you will. And exhale. I want you to imagine a warm rag. If you think about if you've ever traveled on an airplane and received one of those nice warm rags that the stewardess passes out. And just think of taking up one of those warm rags. And you're going to pull that down from the top of your forehead and allow it to touch your eyebrows and warm your eyes over the crown of your nose, bridge down your cheeks. And just feel that warmth permeating over the top of your lips and your mouth and your chin. And finally, your neck. Just feel that sense of warmth permeating your face and pouring right down through your entire body. Just notice now the weight of your body on the chair, wherever it's touching. And as you go down your legs to your feet, just feel the weight of your feet on the floor. I want you to see if you can find all 10 of your beautiful little toes, each one separately. Just bring your forefinger and thumb together with such acute attention that you can feel the ridges, every single ridge on both your index finger and your thumb. Feel the edge of your nails. And then put all 10 of your fingertips together and do the same thing. Feel every ridge and bump in all 10. And then just rub your hands together, your palms, and notice if they are dry, maybe damp or cold. And now just listen for sounds. If you can find the furthest away sound. And now the closest. That may be your breathing. And as you inhale and exhale, just notice the temperature of the air as it enters your nostrils and the temperature as you exhale. Take another deep breath. And when you're quite ready, you can open your eyes. So I'd love to get some feedback, if you're all back yet, from you as to how do you feel? What's the feeling that you experience?
And to leave that in the chat.
Yep. Mm. Nice. Loving embrace. Peaceful. Relax. Terrific.
We'll come back to this.
Yes.
To this experience.
Yeah, fantastic. So this is the idea, folks, that when we get centered using our PQ reps, there are repetitions that we can do throughout the day. It's not that we have to find a secluded corner. We actually have repetitions that you do with your eyes open. And we're really able to get ourselves into that center. And from that center, we are able to shift into our sage perspective, which is in part always to find the gift and opportunity in everything that happens. So thank you all very much for being here today, for celebrating, bringing your presence here to be with us. And I now pass on to Heidi.
If you could stop sharing, Liz, I'll pass it over to her. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Heidi Lanneran. I'm speaking to you from the west of Ireland. Let me try and share my screen, and I'll run through a little slide show put together. Go. Give me a minute. Get out of the way. Very professional. Okay. So I'd like to share with you. Oh, can you see my screen? Hopefully.
Yes, you're good.
Right. I'd like to just share with you a quote from Albert Einstein. He said, "Everything is energy, and that is all there is to it. Match the energy of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics." I think that's brilliant. So let's dig deep into the fascinating world of vibrations and health. Science, medicine, and metaphysics all agree certain frequencies repel disease, while others can actually destroy it. Everything in nature vibrates at different frequencies, with our bodies being no exception. When we are stressed or unwell, our cells lose their prime vibrational frequency. So in order to recalibrate, understanding how vibrations affect our energy and health is key. From our brains to our organs, each part vibrates at a specific frequency. Foods play a vital role too. Fresh, organic foods vibrate higher than processed ones. Essential oils with frequencies as high as 320 Hz create an environment hostile to disease. Our bodies are quantum physics marvels. They are vibrating energy. We're impacted by vibrations around us, like the sunlight's UV rays boosting mood and health. Want to raise your vibrational frequency? We have to start with our diet and working with our circadian rhythms. Opt for organic, locally grown foods and mindfully eating and sleeping. Bless your food and eat with gratitude. Avoid low vibrational foods like processed, sugary or microwave cooked items. Instead, opt for high vibrational foods like fresh fruit and veggies, nuts, cereals, herbs, essential oils, and prayer can further elevate your frequency. Emotions and thoughts matter too. Positive feelings raise our vibration, while negativity lowers it. Practicing mindfulness, embracing nature, and enjoying activities you love can help raise your frequency. So let's embrace high vibes, nourish our bodies, and live vibrantly. After all, our health and vitality are directly connected to the vibrations we emit. Everything, including essential oils, has a frequency, which is the measurable rate of electrical energy flow between 2 points. Our health and well-being are directly affected by our body's frequency, which is influenced by everything we come into contact with. Essential oils have frequencies ranging from 46 megahertz to 580 megahertz. Disease begins around 58 megahertz, while a healthy body operates between 62 and 72 megahertz. Each organ in our body operates at its own frequency and responds to other frequencies differently. Factors like positivity, rest, good nutrition, and using high-frequency essential oils can raise our frequency. Conversely, stress, unhealthy diet, lack of sleep, and negative emotions can lower it. Set yourself an evening routine, a diffuser in the bedroom, and applying essential oils before retiring. By incorporating top-quality essential oils with varying frequencies and making wise lifestyle choices, we can positively impact our body's well-being to better handle any day-to-day challenges and immune stresses. Here are some of my favourite essential oils and their frequencies. Frequency is the number of repetitive vibrations that occur in any second. The human body has a vibrational frequency at a cellular level. A healthy body is 55 to 85 megahertz. This is different for both men and women. The human body is an electrical frequency. If we can regulate the frequencies from the outside environment of our bodies, we have greater resistance towards disease. Modern pollutants lower our frequency, as do processed or canned foods. Consider eating more raw and whole foods and using essential oils in your toiletries and household cleaners. Side benefits, not side effects. When we think that over half of our bodies are made up with water, consider drinking more water and minding our thoughts. Females have more adipose tissue than males, so the water level is lower and the water particles are closer together, so they quickly transmit vibrational energy from one particle to another. Just think about that. We know frequency is affected by thoughts, and our well-being is influenced by this. Oh, my slides got stuck, sorry. Journeying through life with a holistic approach, for me, is the only healthy option. Looking forward to a good age full of vitality. Since my daily meditation practice, I feel more connected to myself, less swayed by outside influences, and calmer overall. So in our daily lives, we must gather self-care skills, tune into our harmonic inner frequencies, and enjoy the benefits of the finest essential oils, which are the purest form of plant medicine, often 70 times stronger than herbs and far faster acting. Stay open in your heart, mind, spirit, and inner self, and let your frequencies be your guide in making an ordinary life truly remarkable. If you would like these slides full of tips and tricks, get in touch. I'm happy to share them with you. Consider making a decision to be a little more kind to yourself. If you'd like to have these incredible essential oils in your life, I'm helping families with them as a natural solution for a more holistic approach to health and well-being. Get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening. Now here's Morgan with something a little different. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you.
There's Morgan.
Thank you. And Morgan is up next. All right. All right, Morgan. Thank you.
I do not have shared. There we go. Okay, it just kicked in. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I sure appreciate it. And I have a short video. I hope you'll all just sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'd like to take a moment now to open up the comments and just to be able to share a little bit. And we wanted to do this event in a way that would really be activating body, mind, and soul. And with that being said, we have these abilities to inhale and have these experiences that are more intuitive and in deeper ways of feeling just the energetics. And then we have the experiences that activate our mind and little exercises to do. So we wanted to cushion that with a little bit of that inhale into that deeper space, and then the exhale, a little bit more of the different activities that we're going to use in different ways when we're processing and expanding our own consciousness. All of this to be able to ground us and calibrate us during these times that we're in right now. So really taking this opportunity to collectively gather our energies together and to work in a way that has more intention. So I just want to go back, appreciating everybody's Earth Day in the chat. Happy Earth Day, greetings to one another. It's so beautiful. And wanting just to touch base. I don't know if you've been reading the chat, but this is a great time to take a look. And if you wanted to comment on this, I'll mention a couple of things here. I know that Annie, several people had mentioned here how wonderful that calibration was, feeling those energies and how beautiful it was. A lot of people felt transported. I know that Heidi had mentioned having tuned in earlier today to that. Christine, the stunning conversation as far as the crystallography and the messages that are coming to us from the waters, and using that water element with our healing as well. We're all healing. Every embodiment here, we're all here healing in some way or other. So just to be able to work with some of those messages, and to even go back and listen to what Annie has given as far as the different sound activations, and then looking perhaps afterwards too at the crystallography and seeing what comes up for you with that. And some of the images here appeared as vortexes, and some other things too, that just mentioned how we're all seeing and perceiving in different ways. Of course, they're all aspects of ourself. Kubra, that was a beautiful presentation here. People really responded to that with seeing the focus and the dancing and the fragmentation, the images changing periodically, is what someone else had said, swirling upwards, seeing swimming or flying, things that appeared subtly and then disappearing in the movement, wings, swimmers, dancers, numbers. Those were some of the things that people mentioned. Activities like water-related, swimming boats, many types in that way. Heart beatings and fluttering, seeing faces that went away or totally changed to one another, to another image. And 3D oceans, animals, dogs, whales, bats, butterfly, parrots, flamingos, boats, aliens. I see a woman with flowing hair, which represents water. The image also felt like people scattered and shattered. Anks had mentioned that, and I just wanted to share that too, that it felt very much like an expression of almost like a fragmentation or a shattering of wounds and the healing going on the earth itself. And at moments it felt almost like piercing, but then really being able to breathe into that whole space and to bring that consciousness of our wholeness to withstand and be witness to it and collectively connect and heal together. So beautiful in that way. Many thanks with all of that. Jacqueline Laverty mentioned about the music feeling disturbing, and so I eventually saw beings emerging from the water and wondered if they were different versions of herself. And we all have to remember this. It's like everything we see and everything we encounter, you know, the possibility of this quantum expansion of collective consciousness and how we are reflections all of one another. So in today's experiences, to be able to have have moments and glimpses of what that might be and how we resonate with different parts. Relaxed, loving, embracing, just so many beautiful responses here as you're going through. Hopefully you're scrolling through your chat too. So thanking everybody for being here, and then also just getting into this part here where Heidi, your presentation was so informative and inspiring, and just having all those frequencies, all that information about the plant medicine and the energy and the megahertz, so important, combining those different parts of body, mind, and soul. So really understanding, and I'm sure most of us here understand that we can practice mindsets, but if we're eating without any thought to what we're eating a bunch of processed foods and sugars and things that have not a lot of nutritional value for our systems, then we can't balance ourselves out. Likewise, vice versa. I used to share that with individuals. It's like if you're at the drive-through in McDonald's and you're trying to, have all this positive mindsets, there's still something that's imbalanced. And if you're eating the best foods in the world, but you're constantly worried or in fear or stressed about events, same thing. So either way, finding that full balance, and that's what these times are calling to us. How do we integrate in this fuller way? How do we actually step into the wholeness and into the multidimensionality of who we are, the dark, the light, bringing it all into that full shift? So Heidi, thank you so much for enlightening us to those deeper aspects of nutrition and how we can eat more foods that are alive and sustaining us, and combining that with the pure extractions of oils and other plant medicines. And we just are so thankful that there are so many in this world today sharing all that kind of vital information with us. And as well, all the sound frequencies we've received today, and the beautiful visual aspects that absorb, differently, we experience things in a different way. So all these thanks to the beauty that we received from you, Morgan, all the beauty in the tree goddesses. I know many of us identify with that, and the divine feminine, that divine goddess in us, and that being, whether we're female or male or whatever gender identification we refer to, but just experiencing the divine feminine, which is really a great call at this period of time, as Liz had mentioned, and really bringing together this wisdom that is from really ancient times and has traveled with us. And certainly it has come into different expressions over time, with the matriarchal system at one point in many of the indigenous cultures and shifting to the patriarchal systems, and the collapsing of many of those systems, which we are experiencing today, and now coming to it from a greater and more expanded understanding of the divine wisdom, feminine wisdom, and being able to balance all of those shifts so that we can see the changes that we're desiring in a positive way for the world to be uplifted and to bring us into more harmony with one another. So Morgan, it was beautiful to see the land of New Mexico. If you're not familiar with New Mexico, it's a very enchanted place, as the slogan is for that part of the country, the land of enchantment. and many beautiful landscapes there in the desert and in entering the silence that Kubra had spoken about. But finding all those pieces, and I love the fact that, you know, even today we shared experiences of how to enter into the silence and how also to have the activities that are around us and using them, as Liz had presented in the exercises, and using our senses. Because you see, we are just an abundance of wealth and gifts that are given to us in every way. And there's really no losing to this life, you know, to this journey of life, no matter all our experiences, all the ups and the downs, the pain and the joy, all of it. And even now, the shifts that we're experiencing, I know many of us are closer to different situations, whether it's family, community, or just the planet at large, and what those experiences are. And we're that full gambit, you know, of all of those different things. So to really be able to fully embrace all of that at this time, that's part of this consciousness shift. So just so thankful that we all have been here. And I love this part from somebody who shared here. May the energies of Mother Earth, full moon, and the solar KP index magnify your energy and alignment and bring into manifestation all that you dream about. Thank you, ladies, for this mind-opening and heart-opening collection of energy, and loving all the presentations. So with that, we give thanks. Please feel free. We're going to open up for just a few moments if anybody has anything else they'd like to share, and then we'll close the circle. And we, again, thank you for all being here. Anything else that anybody else would like to share? I'm looking now, going once. Love that. Thank you. All right, we're going to then lift up that sacred circle space around us in whatever way you're comfortable. I'm going to bring that globe, or what I refer to from the South American tradition, the Wiracocha, all around and back in. That enfolds the planet and all of us here. And then bringing all of that up and around myself individually as this expression of consciousness into myself, and again, all around, and returning to Mother Earth herself. Just in closing reminders, there will be a PDF for everybody who registered here with links so that you receive all the giveaways of today. And this recording will be on our PureEsperanza YouTube channel, so you can stay connected there. And we hope that we continue connecting with one another in all possibilities of expansion, consciousness, quantum, life. Thank you so much.